It's Sunday, I've just finished work, let's review another whisky. So this week I have the whisky I was going to do last week, so I said, oh, I've got this, but then the Ardbeg Wee Beastie came along and I thought, I need to get this open, I need to try it. This actually popped through the door the other week, and this week it is a Dalmore cask strength, 13 years old, but it's an independent bottling. So this is going to be a different light how we see Dalmore. I've not really experimented too much with Dalmore. I think it's actually quite bad. I think I've only tried maybe even just the 12-year-old. I've not been ventured in too much. It's never really excited me in that sense. I think the low ABV and everything, I feel it doesn't have as much flavour, and I think there's colouring in there as well, as someone had said. So I've kind of been thrown off the scent, but at the same time I thought this has got to be pretty exciting to have a cask strength Dalmore. So I've picked this up from independent bottler Whiskey Broker. As you can see, it's unopened. We're going to open this and try this today. 13 years old, 54.7%, filled into hogsheads, before being split into 4 small Oloroso octaves, and the 4 casks were vatted back together and bottled on the 29th of June. So it's freshly in the bottle. I think enough talking just now, let's get it in the glass and explore it a little bit. We can go into some of the history here. There we go. The colour of it's beautiful. There we go, it's in the glass. The colour of it is just so rich and so dark. That's the octaves taking control there. Right away, it's a really raisins and cream, but the high ABV's there as well. You can get that, definitely get the alcohol hit from it. Sweet, very sweet. Unbelievably sweet raisins, creamy. This is going to have a lot of flavour, I can just tell. Cheers everyone, let's get this in the palate. It's one of the sweetest drams I think I've ever came across. For the high ABV, it dries off at the end. There's no real spice to it, which I would expect a lot of spice from something like this, but it's sweet, unbelievably sweet. It's like kinda, you know the raisins used to get in the wee red boxes, you know, eat them, they're really sweet, but they had just that nice sweetness to it. It's that on the nose, but on the palate it's just overcrowded with it. It's good, but I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. But being Dalmore and being put into octaves, so octave casks are tiny and they really interact with the wood a lot more, so you're getting so much more flavour. So they're just really aggressively going into that wood. I think they're about 20 litres. They're not big at all, these wee octaves. So they've put them into that and then vatted it back together and bottled them up. Only 216 bottles of this as well, so there's not a lot of it out there. Because Dalmore's, I think it's Northern Highland, and you've got some of the stuff they bring. The bottles are beautiful, stunning. There's no doubt about it. I think that the look of it's amazing. Richard Pattison just has this amazing way with everything. You know, he's probably one of the most talked about people in the whisky industry. You know, I think he's been in there for 50 years or even more. He's got these weird quirky ways to doing things, so this is, I wonder how he would think about this. They've taken his baby and done something different with it, brought it out at cask strength. This is all natural colour as well, it's unchill filtered, and it looks like what maybe the 12-year-old Dalmore looks like, if that makes sense, with the same kind of colour scheme. But there's so much going on in this, so much going on. I got this from it's a company called, independent bottler called Whiskey Broker. It's actually my second bottle I've got from them. Picked this up for £60. £60 cask strength, 13 years old, Dalmore. And they actually apologised when they put that out. They put that out on their site and they were like, we're actually sorry it's so expensive, but I thought £60 for that's a fair deal. A very fair deal. They've been around since, I think it's 2010. These guys have came around. Do you know, it actually smells like sherry. It genuinely just smells like sherry. Just a really strong sherry. It's so rich, so many fruit notes in it. Sweet, so sweet. This is one I would say is a one and done dram. You know, you couldn't sit this all night. It's too sweet, but it's exciting. Again, I really didn't know what to expect because I've not had enough time, and now I need to go and get a standard bottle of Dalmore and have them side by side just to see. I've heard their raw spirit's very funky, very different. Again, I've not tried that, but this is good. It dries off, it just coats the mouth. It doesn't taste as strong as the alcohol is leading on to be. I want to add a wee bit of water, a wee splash of water to this. I broke my pipette, I've got a glass pipette and I broke it, it was heartbreaking. So now I need to be, try not be heavy on the water with it. But honestly, look at the colour of this. Hopefully you can see. And I think a lot of time the whiskey, when you see a bottle and it's that colour, you think, flavour, give me it, I want it because it's going to be full of flavour. And I think a lot of bourbon, full bourbon maturated whiskey can be overlooked because the colour of it, it's not aesthetically good looking on the eye. And with Dalmore, they've always got the good looking colours and everything to the bottle, but this is just so dark. I think this is probably the darkest whiskey I've got in my cabinet there. But let's try with a wee bit of water. It's not changed massively on the nose, it's still really rich, raisiny, sweet. It's like drizzled in treacle cake, that kind of drizzled sponge cake. It's becoming drier on the palate, but I'm liking it. I think this is one that will develop in the bottle. I think it will open up more to me. You know, it seems a little bit shy just now. It seems a little bit like, you know, I don't want to give you everything just now. I want you to get past it. I think I'll enjoy it, and this is one I'd love to share with people to try. And I think I'm really enjoying kind of independent bottles just now. You know, I've got a lot of independents in there just to see different from core ranges that you get, because I think some things that I would like can be out my price range, but you find something in the independent side of things, and these guys, for instance, you know, coming across something like this was like, oh wow, yeah, I'll try it. You know, £60, is that expensive for whiskey? Is it not? Would you say that's too expensive for a 13-year-old? You know, it's everyone's sees it differently, but I thought it was a great value steal for such a high end, you know, because it's White Mackay, which is ownership of Dalmore. They've got Dalmore, Fitcairn, and I always forget the last one. But Fitcairn's really starting to take off as well. There's a lot more going into these things. I just think for me, and it is a personal thing, I just love the raw taste of something cask strength, single cask if possible, just so you're tasting that from, if you can get it from the distillery, amazing. I think raw flavour is what we should get. When you can always add water to whiskey, you can never take it away. So if you've got something at cask strength and you like to add water to it to water it down, go for it. But if you've got something at 40% ABV, the water's been added for you. It's the excitement's then taken away. You can mess around with this, like I might add more water and I might like it, maybe I've made too much in, I don't know. It's an exploring one, and this is one that probably this week I'll have another wee dram during the week to get involved, but it's nice. I'm not overly taken in by it. You know, I've got other sherry cask whiskey in there, which I think's great, but I think this is going to be a worker. This is one I think we both just need to get on. You know, it's kind of having that sibling rivalry, like, oh, big brother gets everything and little brother gets nothing. I feel we just need to have a bond, sit there and say, you know, don't worry about it, I like you, you like me, and we're going to get on. Just giving it a little bit of time. I don't know what you guys think about Dalmore. That'll be good to know. If you've got anything, put it in the comments below to see if you've had any good experiences or bad experiences with Dalmore. Do you agree that it's low ABV, or do you say, you know, you write against it? Do you think that they've nailed it on the head? It'll be good to know. Stay tuned in, because I'm going to do the draw for the Wee Beastie, which I done last week. I said, you know, I've got everyone that put their name on the Instagram post and on the Facebook post. I've got all their names sitting here, and I'm going to do a wee draw. So whoever wins that, I said I would send a sample of, but I might do as well. I think I'll probably ship one of these across. I'll do the same again about on the Instagram. I'll put another post up after this video. Just keep commenting, and I'll do another wee fun thing, like favourite whiskey or favourite moment or something. And I'll do the same next week. I'll do another draw. If you get that, if you're picked out, you know, send you a dram of that. It makes it very difficult if you're overseas, in the States and in Canada, for instance. If you're in these places, it makes it very difficult. But if I do get picked out, I will try my utmost best to do that. And if I can't, then I can do a little redraw. But as I usually say, every week I'm going to sit, get to know this. You know, today is my Friday, if that makes sense. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, so that's why I do these videos on a Sunday. Makes it a little bit easier for me. I finish work and it's relax. So coming home and been wanting to open this for 2 weeks, but I thought today is probably the right day to do that. So if you've enjoyed this video, as always, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you've not liked it, thumbs down. Always happy for feedback, either way, if it's good or bad. And tune in again next week, and we'll have another video. I'll have something else I can pick out the shelf here, and we can review. It's not always going to be something as cool and different, which is fresh off the shelf. Trying to put myself on a whiskey ban just now of buying things and getting through bottles that I've done. After watching Roy's video on Aquaviti the other night, I've got myself a bottle which I will start my own infinity bottling with too. So hopefully if I get through some of them, I'll be able to create some more space on my shelf. But tune in next week, everyone, and let's talk whiskey. Thanks, and slange. So here we go for the draw. Everyone's name I've got here. I wrote them on wee post-it notes, and I've got them in one of my whiskey boxes, and I'll just pour them all in. And I'll give them a wee shake around. So this is to see who wins the dram of the Ardbeg Wee Beastie. And I'll throw a wee dram of this in as well. But we'll do another competition to win a dram of this too. So let's see. Blind pick now. There we go. And the winner for a dram is Alan McLaughlin 86. He commented on Instagram. So Alan McLaughlin, I will get a dram out to you of the Wee Beastie, and also I'll get you a dram of the Dalmore here. So Alan McLaughlin 86. Good job, buddy. Thanks for following me and subscribing there. And I'll get these to you as soon as you can. Just drop me a little message on Instagram or on the channel, whatever's easiest for you, and we'll work this out. Get your address, and I'll get these sent out first thing tomorrow if you see this in time. Slanja, good job.